more than 2-year wait for season 2 of Surface. I'm so excited that the show is back on your screens. I'm talking with the stars Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Oliver Jackson-Cohen, Millie Brady. So Gugu, I'll let you do the honors. Tell us, what do we need to remember about season 1 as we get ready for season 2?
Well, you need to remember that Sophie can't remember much. She's lost her memory in season 1. It takes place in San Francisco, and it's a very interior, mysterious, psychological thriller of her trying to figure out who she can trust between her husband and her lover, and what happened on this day on the boat where she sort of jumped. Once we get to the end of season 1. Sophie, we discover that there's lots more to her, and actually, she leaves San Francisco, leaves her husband, is in London on a mission to discover more about her past. So this season, the world really opens up to a whole new cast of characters, including the Huntley family and Eliza, and then James is drawn back to Sophie, also on his own mission.
How appropriate that you're sitting in between them, because it's kind of like you're dealing with this life, then you're dealing with this life in San Francisco. And Millie, you get such a big story arc this season. It's so exciting to see it. It's so fun. What is it like to get that in the second season?
Oh, it's so good. I knew where the character was headed when I first ever signed on to the show. So to see that actually all come to reality has been amazing. And just to play such a complex character, and to play also having now some properly meaty scenes with us, and having that complexity of their relationship, which is I don't want to do spoilers, but it's very complicated.
Yes, yeah.
Our friendship really meant a lot to me when we were young.
It meant a lot to me too.
But this person that you are now, she doesn't seem anything like the girl I used to know. It's almost like this whole thing is an act.
The push and pull between them was just such a joy to film, and I think what every actor, all you want is to play properly meaty roles. And I think especially working with Hello Sunshine and Veronica West and Apple TV Plus, and to have a real female-centric show, and to have women at the centre of the stories, and to have a team of women, there's something that is it's a totally different lens than what the majority of work out there is, and so to be able to be a cog in that amazing machine, and to be fulfilled in that way, is just seriously awesome.
Yes, love that. And Oliver, one of my favorite scenes that I binged the whole season so fast. I love when your character comes in at the end of one of the first few episodes. It's like, oh gosh, he's back. He's gonna, who knows what he's gonna do with her life. And what is it like? We know you from The Haunting of Hill House, The Invisible Man, these great horror roles, but you're in this fun psychological thriller now. What is it like to be part of this show?
Yeah, I mean, amazing. I mean, everything that Millie and Gugu said, we started this show in 2021. We did the first season. And so to kind of, all these years later, you know what I mean? To sort of still be telling this story and pushing this story along and advancing it's kind of incredible. I mean, I feel, it's hard to kind of ever say this without it sounding quite twee, but I feel so lucky that I get to work with Gugu and Hello Sunshine and Veronica and Apple and all the cast.
Craig, is that you? You guys going up too?
Do I know you?
James Ellis. God, I can't believe it, man. It's been forever.
You just get into town?
Yesterday, just in time.
Well, let's grab a drink.
You know what? I'm actually looking for someone. It was good to see you.
Also, what's so great about season 2 is that there's this, it's really fun. Like it's, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like this psychological
Juicy.
thriller, but it's so satisfying and propulsive kind of viewing. So it's I feel very lucky to be a part of it.
In a way, it's almost its own show. Obviously, I want people to watch season 1, but this story is in a totally different place, totally different direction, learning different parts of Sophie's life. And Gugu, what is that like for you? Obviously, we're hoping for a season 3, but here we are in season 2. It's a totally different story, and we're learning about your character as she's learning about it at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just a thrilling ride. And I think, you know, it's great for viewers if you've seen season 1. I think, you know, you could jump into season 2, but I think you then want to go back and watch season 1 because, you know, we were describing it earlier, almost like season 1 is this like roller coaster that's kind of like going up, you know, really building the suspense. And then season 2, it like drops into this whole new world of intensity and dynamism and complexity. So for me, you know, it's really, really exciting. And I think, you know, if people haven't yet discovered the show, you know, they've got a real treat in store, you know, with season 1 and season 2 going to whole new levels.
I'm talking with showrunners. I love talking with people behind the scene because the actors do all their thing, but these are the people that make the shows happen. I'm talking with Veronica West, Laura Neustadter. So, Veronica, this is your baby. This is Surface. Tell us what we need to know about season 2.
Well, the cool thing about season 2, it's kind of a reboot of the show. In a lot of ways, it's a whole new world and new adventure for Sophie to be on. So if you're a fan of season 1, I feel like all your questions will be answered. Why is Sophie the person she is? And if you've never seen the show before, I think you can kind of just get in and go along for the ride.
Right about that. I was just talking about that with Gugu. You can start with season 2, but I really recommend people watch season 1 also to kind of get the backstory of these characters. And people will see at the beginning of each episode, Hello Sunshine. Obviously, we know that brand with Reese Witherspoon. Lauren, you're a longtime collaborator with her. Little Fires Everywhere, The Morning Show. What is it like to work with her and bring her along for this show as well?
It's the greatest privilege of my entire life. I mean, this was one that was really sort of born on the set of The Morning Show. In the first season, Gugu played Hannah. She was so magnificent, and we loved her on screen, and we loved her backstage, you know, behind the camera, and we just enjoyed collaborating with her and sort of said, when the season was over, we have to find our next thing. And then as luck would have it, I got the script that Veronica wrote on spec, and I loved it. And I sent it to Reese, who read it overnight. She loved it, and we both sort of thought, this is perfect for Gugu. So we sent it to Gugu. She read it very quickly and was also sort of instantly in. And here we are, 2 seasons later. It's really been a wonderful collaboration.
Love to hear how that came together. And we also have new cast members this season. Phil Dunster, people know and love from Ted Lasso. Frida Pinto from Slumdog Millionaire. I mean, you guys knocked it out of the park with new additions this season. What's it like to have them as part of your show, Veronica?
I mean, it's an absolute pleasure. Dreams come true with this cast. I mean, the new characters, the Huntley family, and everyone beyond in London brings such a new, fresh flavor to the show. And Phil Dunster brings a dark humor that we didn't have on Surface before. And wait till you see some of his ad libs. I think are going to be very, very amusing.
Hey, you.
Hey, love. Hey, are you at the office?
Yeah. It's a really packed day. It's back to back, really. But I can talk. Are you? How's dress shopping going?
Oh, everywhere I go, they're trying to turn me into a princess. Did you call and say something?
Yeah, I sent them photos of Cinderella. I said, I want it just like that, please. I'm sure that we're paying by the yard, so they probably want you in the biggest dress imaginable. But
And hopefully it's not a longer wait for a season 3. Obviously, fans have been wanting this wait for so long. Season 2. Do you have ideas in mind for season 3, Veronica?
Look, there's always another chapter to tell, and I think season 2 ends with such a cliffhanger and a new revelation about Sophie or Tess that we did not see coming, even after all the events of season 2, that I would be excited to explore it for sure if given the chance.
Gavin Drea, I was doing some research for this. I'm like, whoa, he's huge in the video game world. There were so many different interviews with him about Cyberpunk 2077, and now he's in this new show called, well, the second season of Surface. I'm so excited to talk to him. So tell me about your character in the second season.
Hi, I play Callum Walsh. He's an investigative journalist working in London. He has a reputation for breaking big stories about corrupt companies and powerful families in London. And so Gugu's character Sophie gets in touch with him at the start of season 2 to see if he can work with her to uncover the mystery of her past and the Huntley family. And so that's the dynamic between the two of them.
Where have you been the last 10 years?
Does it matter?
Eventually it will, yeah. You want to tell your story? You're going to be part of the story too. Why do you think William Huntley has anything to do with this?
It's all in the press. Multiple missing girls. Friends turned up dead. A boy was found drowned after a party William attended.
Yeah, and the girl that went missing after drinks with them in a pub when he was 24, yeah. They're unsubstantiated rumors.
But there's a pattern.
Nothing ever connected him.
Because it didn't exist or because they covered it up.
In my line of work, it doesn't really matter.
And Gugu is such an electric force on the screen. It's so great to see her in a leading role like this. What is it like working with her?
Oh my God, just you do well to even keep up with her and be half as good as her. She's brilliant and she's so natural on camera and such a great collaborator in a scene. She gives you so much time and she gives you as much energy as you give her. She gives more back. So it was a dream working with her, and obviously we had a lot of scenes together. We worked together a lot, so it was fun working out the mystery of the story and of the scripts together and making sure we all knew where we were in the right points in the story. So that was a real fun challenge that we got to explore together.
And it's a really fun mystery, like you just said. There's new details unfolding every episode. You guys are learning it as the audience is learning it. What about that is exciting to you?
I mean, it's a rush just to keep up with it from script to script, from episode to episode. I think poor Callum, he's trying to keep his head above water and keep the story alive. And, he goes down one dead end and then he kind of bursts through a brick wall of another one and keeps the story going. So, you have to be as relentless as Callum is in the story in terms of keep going and kind of hold on to this roller coaster of a story for dear life. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want people to know about Surface before they start season 2?
Oh, well, I mean, watch season 1, but it's a fantastic psychological thriller. It's sort of Jason Bourne meets Big Little Lies in season 2, and it's a new kind of dynamic, I think, for season 2. But season 1 is this brilliantly thoughtful and complex story about one's self-identity and how much their memories affect them, and do you have a true self even outside of your own memories? And yeah, it's a brilliant show. So definitely you got to watch it.
It really is. I'm so glad it's back after a couple of years off. New episodes Fridays on Apple TV Plus. Thank you so much, Gavin.
Thanks very much.